Morning gardeners, it's Saturday, November the 8th, and I want to get out in the garden today and make the most of the last of the decent weather because it's forecast to rain pretty much all next week. Now, we've got a 15 degrees forecast today, which for us northerners is quite warm, but I want to get out in the garden and I want to move these bags of leaves and put them at the back of the log store. It's looking quite colourful and the turnips are beautiful. I came out last night, mind, and there were slugs all over the leaves. There are no more. I dispatched 216 slugs last night. Oh, they're the bane of my life. So I'm hoping these nematodes that I'm creating are going to work. Isn't that Salvia hot lips beautiful? It's better now than it's been all summer. The white 9-star broccoli is gorgeous. What a versatile plant that is. I take the leaves off and shred them up and put them in stir fries and in soups, and they're gorgeous. The stalks of them are as tender and as sweet as anything. They're well worth growing. I'm amazed at how much colour there still is in the garden. It really is beautiful. I came out last night on a slug hunt with my torch and my pot of salt. And this, I've been waiting for it to flower. Oh, the scent it was pumping out last night is beautiful. I think it's Nicotiana, But looking at the leaves, they are an awful lot bigger than the leaves on my other Nicotiana. Not sure what they are. This white Senecio angel wings, I had that as one cutting. A friend had knocked a piece off and I took it as one cutting, and I've popped that all around the garden. And in the winter, it practically glows in the dark. It's beautiful. I've chopped back the big red dahlia, but look at these, the little bedding ones. Aren't they gorgeous? And I'm not going to bother lifting them. What I'm going to do, because I've got tons of leaves, as you can see, I've been putting leaves all around the garden, and I'm actually going to come out this morning and I'm going to put compost on top of all those leaves, and they can just rot themselves down and keep everything warm through the winter period. The celeriac are absolutely fab. Look at the size of them. They're every bit as big, some of them, not all, but every bit as big as anything you buy in the shops. And normally I only get little titchy celeriac, but that's fine because, they're really tasty. The leaves are becoming, I would say, not quality enough to eat. But again, that doesn't matter. I didn't grow them for the leaves. I grew them for the are they bulbs, tubers, what? I don't know. Carrots, oh my goodness, they continue to be an absolute delicious addition to meals. Gorgeous things. I've been blaming slugs for the damage on this. It's pigeons. I have never ever had pigeon damage in this garden. So we've obviously got some very cheeky ones. I'm going to lift a lot of beetroot today and get it all pickled. Tony's gone off to Newcastle. He's gone to look at some train exhibition or something or other. Well, model trains. That's his thing, not mine. I'm the gardener. And moving the green stalks back in line with one another has been probably one of the best things I could have done. It's given me so much more space. The conduit, which I've moved from the back garden to the front garden, back to the back garden, back to the front garden, is now in its permanent place. The little viola, they're lovely on salads. They are just little self-seeders that I picked from all around the garden and popped in there. They will be pretty through the winter months. Look at the colour in that chard. Isn't that the most gorgeous thing? And that will look like that all the way through the winter. It'll get a lot bigger. But it's so beautiful, even just as a vegetable. As a vegetable, of course it's I meant as a plant. You could grow that, in your ornamental border. I've put leaves everywhere. I do this every year, so don't look and think, what you doing, crackpot? I do it every year. They all break down and they make the most wonderful compost. I'm still getting little handfuls of the raspberries. They're doing really well. Parsley's nice. Let me just give this all a spin. It's gone to seed, that's fine. I want some parsley seeds. But look, I've got bits and pieces in the green stalks, really. I need to have a good refresh. I'm not doing it now until the spring. I've got all sorts of bits and bobs that need pulling out of there. Weeds tend to take root, and there have been loads of tiny little slugs. So green stalk owners, beware. Slugs like to climb up them. These are turnip that I sowed very, very late. I'm not expecting anything off them. But if you don't sow it, it doesn't grow, does it? I'm going to do one little run round of the garden. Look at Orchard Row, behind the green stalks. There are 5 fruit trees, and there's one there, that's a pear. There's an apple down the bottom there. And then, as I say, there are 5 in a row there. 2 apples, 2 plums and a pear. You really can grow a lot of fruit in a very small space. Don't think you need to have great big gardens to grow lots and lots of fruit. I think my overall growing space is probably about 30 foot long by probably 25 wide. Not vast. It certainly isn't an allotment. It's just an ordinary back garden. And it feeds Tony and I very, very well right through the year. So enjoy your gardens today, folks. Hope you've got the mild weather. Get out in it while you can.